Hi friends, in this lecture we will study working with shapes in Illustrator. In order to work with shapes, the first thing which you will click is in the toolbars on the left side you have to click on this rectangle. Now if you notice carefully, then in the lower right corner of the rectangle there is a small white arrow. So if you right click on the rectangle, then you will see the other options which are available in that tool. So in that shapes tool, you will have options to draw rectangle, ellipse, polygon, star and the line segment. Let us begin with the rectangle tool. So we select the rectangle tool and notice that the shortcut for that is the letter M. So we use the rectangle tool and we draw one rectangle like this. Notice whenever you see this purple line, it means that your object is a perfect square. And when the line is not there, it means that it is a rectangle. So we have finished drawing one rectangle. I can continue drawing many more rectangles like this, as long as the same tool is selected. Now every object which you draw has two attributes. One is the fill attribute and second is the stroke attribute. So if you want to adjust the fill color, you click over here and you can say red fill. So the object gets filled with the red color. In order to get a clear view, use the selection tool, click outside. So you can see you got a circle which is filled with red color and the color of the stroke is black. If you want to change the color of the stroke, then click over here and you can change the color to blue. If you want to increase the thickness of the stroke, then click over here and you can increase the thickness of the stroke. Same way you can do for the other rectangle. Select the other rectangle and you can select a different choice of color, a different stroke color and a different thickness. This way you can create rectangles with these two attributes. At any point of time, if you want to remove the fill of the rectangle, then just select the rectangle and either you can click over here, which means no fill, or you can click on this down pointing arrow and select here, it means no fill. Let us try for the other rectangle. So we select the other rectangle and this time we click here, means no fill. Now if you want to draw another object, bring your mouse on the shape tool and right click over here and left click on ellipse. Now after clicking on ellipse, click anywhere on your artboard and keeping the left mouse button drag. When you see perfect true perpendicular lines, it means it is a perfect circle, but when you don't see that, it means it is a ellipse. In the older versions of Illustrator, if you wanted a perfect circle, you had to press the shift. But with Illustrator CC onwards, the smart guides itself help us understand that we are in the form of a perfect circle or not. The same rule which we applied for filling the colors of a rectangle applies to the color of the circle as well. So you can change the fill attribute, the stroke color and the stroke thickness as well. One more time we'll right click on this and this time we will select the polygon tool. Polygon means many-sided figure. After you have drawn the polygon, do not release the mouse but press the up arrow and you can increase the number of sides of the polygon, and pressing the down arrow you can reduce the number of sides of the polygon. So this is a polygon, it means a multiple sided figure. One more time, right click over here and select the star tool. So I'll draw the star, and again I get the option of down arrow to reduce the number of edges and the up arrow to increase the number of edges in the star. The last option which you get in the shape tool is the line segment. So you can use the line segment and you can draw a line this way. And you can change the color of the line and you can adjust the thickness of the line as well. Now, in the case of Illustrator, there is one more tool which I would like to throw some light on. So I'll click on Window, I will select Toolbars, and in Toolbars I'll select Advanced Toolbars. Now in Advanced Toolbars, below the Shape tool, you find that there is one more tool which is called as the Shaper tool. Now what is the Shaper tool? So if you are working with a tablet like Wacom or VIAC or any of the tablets available in the market, and if you roughly draw a triangle with the shaper tool, then it will, when you finish, it will make it into a perfect triangle. Same way you try to draw a circle, it will make it into a perfect circle. And you can move these objects up, down, intersecting, and it will draw it. Same way using the shaper tool, if you draw a squiggly line across, then it will join the shapes. And then you can fill the shape with any color of your choice. And you can also adjust the thickness of the border for the shape. Now, just like you have the selection tool, when you select any object, you also get a direct selection tool. The direct selection tool helps you touch the anchor points and they can be moved up, down, anywhere to make any complex shape. See, you can make the changes even for a circle. Any object you can make the changes using the direct selection tool. So that is the direct selection tool. The shortcut for that is A, and this is the selection tool. The shortcut for that is V. Okay, so in this lecture we have studied how to create different shapes like rectangle. Okay, there is one more shape left, the rounded rectangle. The rounded rectangle can be drawn this way and it will draw a rectangle with round corners. So in this lecture we have finished rectangle tool, the rounded rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, the polygon tool, the star tool. The flare tool we'll see in a later lecture. Also from the advanced toolbar, I have shown you one tool which is called as the shaper tool. This tool does not mean that you should have a Wacom, you can do it with a mouse also. So right now I am using a mouse and I am trying to draw one triangle and it makes it into a perfect triangle. So that was the shaper tool. So with this we finish this lecture. We will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.